Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the kitchen counter in Washington. We have moved counters. This will be the setup until all of our stuff gets here and I can get it set up to actually record. So today is day 5 of 30 Days of Sketches. This is the sketch right here. It was created by Katie of the Scrappy Sisters. I think I'm going to flip mine around so that this part is going to be up on here. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I end up not flipping the sketch like I thought I was going to, where I would have the variety of triangles on that upper hand side. I decided to go ahead and use this K & Company plaid paper up here as my top portion. Now, I did this because when I saw this plaid paper, I definitely wanted to use it for this layout. And then I thought, you know what, this is gorgeous, really old, feeling all the nostalgic feels of scrapbooking. So it needed to be on the top here. Now, I am also going to distress the edges of my papers. I had to dig down deep in this little caddy pocket zipper pouch thing that I have. It's holding a lot of essential tools during the move. Normally, I only pull out that thing when I'm going to a crop or anything like that because it does hold the essentials. But in this case, it held some essentials during the move. So I can't wait until the stuff arrives and we get to set up the scrapbooking room. But for right now, I am standing and scrapbooking, and I have to tell you guys, I am not a stander while I scrapbook. Not a fan. I really do like to sit down. But anyway, enough of that. I have distressed the edges of this, and you can tell that this is an embossed paper if you couldn't tell from this direction. So I go ahead and place that down, and then I'm going to use all of the other variety of blues that I pulled out to go ahead and make the triangles. So I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do this. I do cut out each individual triangle by making marks and cutting them with a pair of scissors. Now, you could have made a template where you take your piece of paper and go ahead and draw your lines and everything with a ruler and then just cut out your papers that way. But I honestly did not want to take the time to do that, so this is what I'm doing. It's cutting down the papers, cutting the triangles, and then finagling them into the space. So like I said, I'm not going to make you watch me do all of that because it's really just not fun to watch somebody cut triangles and distress the edges, which is what I do for about 5 minutes or so. Nobody wants to watch that for 5 minutes. So I get that triangle down, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish doing up the triangles. Now, as you can see, I did take that plaid paper right there and put a big old hunk of it down as well. I did toy with the idea of flipping it around, but I didn't like where that plaid paper went ahead and divided the paper in half with that horizontal line. I figured I would be able to camouflage it a lot better over here on the right-hand side of the page than I would if it was to the left-hand side of the page. So I've got this purpley paper right here, and it does bring out that purple in the plaid. And I cut that down to 4.5 by 6.5 and distress the edges again because, hello, I just keep distressing the edges like crazy. So I'm going to adhere my photos down to those distressed edge photo mats. And in case I didn't say it before, these are two photos of a spa. So this was a spa in California that we liked to go to, and this was just one of the spa rooms, and took some photos of it, so figured it was time to scrapbook it. So it is called Watercourse Way, and that will be important later because I do write some things down on the layout. So as you can see, when I put these photos down, it camouflages that horizontal line where the plaid paper is really nicely. This is a faux printed wood veneer label thing that says Our Happy Place. This comes from some home collection from Echo Park. And then you can see that this says there's no place like home, but I'm going to cover up that bit that says home and then fill that in. So now I'm getting to the decorating part of the layout instead of building the background. And I trimmed down the Our Happy Place so that it was a rectangle instead of an oval, or like an oblong, I guess. So I'm distressing those edges as well. We'll pop that down so that it kind of nestles between the two photos right there. And I don't know if you can notice, but I have the red Christmas glitter ring on my left pointer finger. And the reason why I call it the red Christmas glitter ring is because on the last day that I was at work in California, we got Christmas pics in, and I was unboxing them and replacing them in other areas. And dang if that glitter didn't get under my ring and irritate my finger, and it got under my watch as well. It got in my bra too, people. Like the Christmas glitter is no joke. And here we are in, what are we in? March. It was February when it came in. But it was March, so kind of crazy. Now, I thought I was going to put that little leafy viney thing up there for a little bit of decoration, but ultimately that sucker comes off of there because I just don't like it. I wanted to bring in this little banner piece somewhere, but every place that I stuck it on the layout just felt wrong. Like it just didn't feel like it, it really went anywhere. So I did find this floral die cut, and I only had one, so I went ahead and chopped it in half, and then I am trying to figure out where exactly I want it to go here on the bottom of the layout. I eventually figured that out, and now I'm thinking that I could bring back in that little viney piece, but I don't, because it doesn't feel like it really belongs anywhere. I don't know why I decided to see if that pear would work, but no, nobody needs a piece of fruit on a layout about a spa. I mean, come on. So I'm going to figure out now what the heck to finish off with. So I turned off the camera and went and got the wood veneer box and ended up figuring out exactly where I wanted the wood veneer to go. And now I turn the camera back on and I am hot gluing that stuff. So super glad I found the hot glue gun. Because, hot glue is handy. So I'm going to pop those down. And then finally, I'm going to write down Watercourse Way right here. So there's no place like Watercourse Way. And then I'm going to use up the last of these blue enamel dots, and I'm going to kind of sprinkle them around. Now, I also thought about going and getting some splatters on this layout, but I decided that there was enough distress with the distressed edges and enough of the variety of textures and colors that I really didn't need to add splatters. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much. Be sure to check out everyone who is playing along with 30 days of sketches this month. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your patience as I am between scrapbook rooms, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.